Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back, kiddos.
This is Jermaine.
This is the creepy guy outside the window. It's also maybe I'm not sure. It's fine.
Welcome to the X's and O's of life.
So, let me turn the echo off now. Now we sound normal. Okay.
All right.
And I actually learned how to use a mic, which is super fun. I don't sound like I'm over here and going through a wind tunnel, so that's good.
Okay.
So,
you sure we off of the echo? It seems like I'm getting an echo.
I don't know, you're just old. Maybe your ears are broken.
Yeah, might be.
Yeah. That's sad that you agreed to that so quick. That's fine.
All right.
So, kind of the normal kind of house cleaning things I want to go over. We're still doing that Patreon contest.
Jersey giveaway, right?
Jersey giveaway. I added another level of financial tierism.
Tierism.
Yeah.
Is that a word? I mean, you just made.
Listen, you have lived in Pittsburgh forever, and you are well aware that we like to make up words. So, so still no one's jumped in there, so nobody wants any jerseys. Apparently, hey, that's fine.
Everybody's jerseyed up.
Yep, fair enough. That's on you. Whatever, but it's still there. Jump in there if you want. Not just for that, maybe just for a little support, a little bit of loving for what we're doing. So we're at episode 7, which is bonkers to me, because we have now recorded what? This is episode 13, lucky 13 over here.
13.
So, congrats to us. Uh-oh, hold on. There it is. Thank you all. I want to thank the Academy.
Get my acceptance speech together.
Right. But, yeah, so we got a few topics we want to cover. We have a tasty little draft coming up that, I don't know, I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest with you. So that'll be midway through. But, we kind of covered this sort of I guess it was like the preface to the move last week. And since then, you have moved there, kind sir. So,
yes, it's an evolutionary process. It's like one of those things where when we first began, we were talking about, the separation. And then we touched on it again with, in the in between of that. And then we started up leading up to the move. And then now we are at the move, and the move has been completed. So, just moved in this Monday. And just noticed that there was differences in between day 1, day 2, and then as the days got on. First, day 1 was just more of a settling type of thing. It was all pretty much was up to like 5 in the morning, just getting stuff in the right order. Putting the clothes here, and getting the stuff for the bathroom, and setting up the shower curtain, and putting all the stuff in the kitchen, and I was tons of sweat. Staying up till 5 in the morning, and I even went in and work a little late because it was like I was up and then I was tired. And,
right, you can't expect yourself to be on point when you're.
Yeah, I mean, and that's my manager. I got a great manager. She's so awesome. So she was just like, and she knew about the move. I mean, I didn't keep anything. I mean, I keep a lot of things close to the vest, but where certain people that I value, or certain people that has shown me a certain level of respect and love, I'll share important things with them. So, she's probably the best manager I've ever had that I've reported to. And, she was like, I know about the move. And she was just like, she even offered, some more time off if I needed it. And I'm like,
nice.
No, I'm okay. She's just been awesome.
That's
and
rare,
I've been
man.
there like 7 months, and it's like.
That's rare.
Yeah. She's one of the greatest managers I've ever had.
So we all know like the physical moving part, but like let's talk about the actual mental kind of part of it. Like,
that occurred day 2. So day 2, pretty much, after coming from work and then coming home, it was like, first of all, just the travel. It was like I was almost used to traveling to my previous place, and then I'm like, oh no, I got a different route. So I'm like, okay, I got to go here, and then open up the door and just walk inside and like, this is mine. Like just elated. And then as the night went on, getting into the routine, playing, some PlayStation, watching TV, so on and so forth. Then the reflection kind of kicked in, where all of that hard work and all of that anticipation and all of that waiting, to move into this apartment, it was finally here. It's almost like you think about graduating, I guess, high school. And then when you finally get and walk across that stage, like, because all the way up in high school, you were probably worried about the ceremony at the graduation. And then when the graduation, you go through the motions of the graduation, and then you take some time to yourself and you reflect, like, I just graduated. Right. So it kind of felt like that, and, I looked around and I was just like, like I said, I'm a religious person, so, a lot of thank you, Jesuses were in order. A lot of, thank you, Lord, thank you for, everything. And then, thanking everyone that helped me get there, including you, Rich. Definitely appreciate all your support and help. And
I love you, Bob. I have to do it.
Yeah.
Legally love obligated. I'm just trying to get the good karma here. That was my only intention. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And you're my catalyst.
Just the reflection part, and and I shed some tears. It was just like, wow. I'm finally here. I've been not dreaming of this moment, but anticipating this moment. And I'm like, man, I wish I could fast. Like, as I was going through it, I was like, I wish I could just fast forward and get to this part. And I finally got there, and it was just a reflection. And it was a eye opener, but an eye closer as well, because there was some tears coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And so, tear jerker. But, and then the third day, it was just like more of a routine. So it's like, so now that's where I'm at. I'm in the routine of it. This is going to be my first full weekend, So, just happy. Just, looking forward to bigger and better things. And I just think that over time, things is going to get better. I'm just going to, keep lacing the apartment with, different things and, to try to get to a sense of normalcy. It's going to take some time, but.
Well, it's going to be fun to put your stank on it. It's going to be fun where you get to go ahead and say, yeah, no, I'm going to get this color of this towel. Or
and
what,
I don't have to
just
clear it with nobody. I don't have to say, well, I don't know. I like that color, but she's not going to like that color. Or,
right.
I got to discuss it with a roommate or something. No. Mm-mm.
That's fun, man.
That's great.
No, that's great. Like, it's always, I'm still trying to put my stank on this place, but I'm not allowed to do anything because it's not Disney. So I have to clear it through her. And it's like, I don't care about Disney, but,
Cohabitation, man. I mean, like I said, I've been pretty much cohabiting since maybe 2000, 20 plus.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. So it's just kind of, here we are, 2023. I'm 45. About to be 45 next Friday, pretty much. Just came out of a relationship with a job that I had for the past 15 years, and now I've moved on to a new job. Just came out of a cohabitation situation that was, 24, 25 years plus. Just came out of that. And got the new digs. And, my next step is probably going to be, just finding, a new partner, new person, new woman to finish out my years with.
Wow.
If I even want that. I don't know what I want, because I don't want to, jump out of, one long relationship and jump to another.
No.
So I'm going to play the field for a minute now. But, if somebody come along, I'm not going to shut my eyes to it.
Right.
I'm not going to sit there and somebody that's showing me that they love me and I'm just going to turn a blind eye because of the toxicity that I had in the past. No.
Right, but you're going to have baggage.
Yeah.
And that's just not, and that's weird because you haven't had to deal with that.
Yeah.
Like you have, from everything that you've said, your relationship was kind of not great.
No.
It was not. Falling apart for a while. And, you probably already have kind of that baggage with you. But now,
I don't want it to have a negative effect on the next person that come along.
Because it's going, if you jump right in,
Yeah.
You're going to, as soon as they go out and do whatever, you're going to start wondering, what are you doing?
It's like,
what am I,
A goofy analogy is like, say you got a TV or electronics plugged into an outlet and you unplug it for maybe 1 second and plug it back in. That TV probably still has some circuits and some electricity still in it, and it might not even recognize that it's been unplugged. So I have to pretty much unplug and wait 3 or 4 minutes to allow the full circuits from that previous relationship to die, and then plug myself back in, so to speak.
No, fair enough. All right, well, now that we've got all the sappy stuff out of the way here, what's your first big purchase you're going to make for your new place? Like, what's going to be like that stamped? Okay, this is mine.
Well, I mean, there's necessities, like you definitely got to get the bed, but I think, once I get my either couch or sofa or love seat or whatever you want to call it, then I'm going to be feeling like, because I already got the TV. For a man, the TV is the first thing, but I already had that, I made sure that's one of the first things I took out of her house. So I'm taking my TV, so my TV is already there. So the couch, so I can, typical man cave thing. You got to have a TV, you got to have a couch. So the couch is gonna fulfill TV. Yep.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Okay. Well, kind of moving forward here, because we can kind of beat that dead horse.
I gotta live the life.
So, this is actually going to be a day where Tiff can actually be a part of the show, which will be super crazy and nice, because, we usually say she's going to be on and she disappears because she has to go, bang her boyfriend or something. I don't know. Which is weird, because I'm her husband, so I don't know really what's going on there at all, but whatever, it's fine. So, let's go ahead and bring her in. Okay, so apparently Tiff doesn't want to add her 2 cents to our next little topic, so we're just going to jump into the draft and then do those things afterwards.
Okay.
So, what are we doing for the draft? It's your turn.
All right, here we go. Cereals that you prefer or cereals you love, and this is not just current cereals that are on the shelves now. I'm talking about
all-time goats.
All-time. Since you were a kid, since you were in school, elementary. I'm starting off with my first draft pick is Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles. Okay. Look,
real sugary.
I'm not mad about it, but
those are like the first thing coming off the shelf. When you were a kid, you're like, if my uncle and my aunt used to buy us stuff, and they'd be like, "What do you want?" Right. Fruity Pebbles. Go ahead.
Tiff is making the throw up face.
I know. She's like, ugh.
So here's the problem. I mean, Fruity Pebbles are good.
Yeah.
But you need to eat them in about 20 milliseconds.
Yeah.
Or
they get soggy.
They get beyond soggy. They become, I don't know. But look, I'm not mad at that. I'm amazed that's your number one pick.
Yeah. I mean, I can always recall that was like I said, whenever there was a preference, first cereal off the shelf. I mean, that's not my adult taste, but I'm thinking my first cereal when I was a young child that you desired. That was it.
Right. Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles.
All right, look, I don't hate it. It's fine. All right, so we're actually going to get into the good picks now. This is the cereal for masochists.
For what?
For masochists. What? A masochist.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, man. Like somebody that likes to hurt themselves. I'm going Captain Crunch.
Mm-hmm. Captain Crunch is another one that you don't watch the sog. If you don't keep gauges of the sogginess, get to you.
This is true, but Captain Crunch does not stay long. It doesn't stay around very long. It's in and out.
Okay. So you like the original Captain Crunch, or you like the one with the berries?
Get that noise out of my face. Give me that. I don't even know what the flavor is. It's like, I don't know.
It's like a sweet corn chip.
Oh, it's so good.
You must like to suck toes.
Wow. All right. I mean,
corn chip toes.
Oh, they're so good. Not the toast. Got the crunch part. All right, Tiff, what do you got?
I'm going to go with Cinnamon Life.
Cinnamon Life.
You mean Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
No, Cinnamon Life.
Oh, Life cereal. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I remember. I don't even know if y'all old enough to remember the commercials for that. What, Mikey?
Yeah.
He likes
Mikey
it.
likes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. All right.
What if that kid's dead? I don't know why my head went there.
It went.
Wasn't
there
there like
because
a
I
weird
remember
thing
it was like
with
one
him?
of those things where it came out like the famous actor that played him or whatever passed recently.
Oh, did he?
I think he did in the past 10 years or something.
Huh.
Don't quote me on it, but.
Well, R.I.P. Mikey.
What if you're alive and well? He somehow get a hold of this podcast. Like, they just wrote me off, huh?
Well, let us know you're alive by subscribing to the Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help me get my couch.
There we go. See? Yeah. See? There you go. All right, go ahead. What's round 2?
All right, round 2. Since you said Cinnamon Life, I am going to take Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh,
I think it's awesome.
Son of a bitch.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, there's not much that needs to be said there. That's a good
But the
pick.
commercials is like kind of weird. Like the little things, they're cannibalistic. They eat each other. I'm like, what?
I mean, would you not? If I was a Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I would
it's
absolutely.
It's just not a good look. I mean, not a good look. I don't care if it's just cereal. It just looks cannibalistic.
Well, I'll take your pick if you don't. If you're having like a moral dilemma, I'll take your pick for you.
No, I'm gonna keep my second round.
Okay. All right. So this is a little bit boring, but I'm gonna go Honey Nut Cheerios. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's essential.
Yeah.
Like one of those ones that's like been around forever. It's
like you, it's supposed to be good for you, but like it's not. But it has a little heart sticker on it, so you're like, no, I'll have a second bowl. It's okay. It has a heart on it. It's okay.
It's sort of like it's like a normal staple when you think of cereal. Kind of hard to step around cereal without Cheerios.
And listen, definitely top tier on the milk post cereal. Oh, the Honey Nut Cheerio milk residue. Oh, that sounds gross. The milk after the cereal's gone, fantastic.
And Honey Nut Cheerios is pretty much soggy proof. I don't
call
them really getting soggy.
That's kind of like the Twinkies of the cereal world there. Lasts forever. All right, Mama, what do you got?
I'm going to go Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp. You could have got that. You got the coked out cereal. All right. All right, fair enough. I'm not mad about it. I mean, you definitely could have got the 4th round with that one, but no, these are your. Oh, that was good though. Yeah. All right, fair enough. Well played. Why don't we have any of these in this house? This is garbage. All right, good.
More traditional, like more up there with the normal cereals, the cereals that are, of course you got your, certain ones that are like very common. So, corn pops.
Oh, those are good.
Hello, little corn pops. You can't go wrong with those. Those are soggy proof as well.
Yeah. Well, no.
They can get soggy.
Yeah, I've.
But the milk afterwards.
See, I feel like it's more subtle.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Than the Cheerios?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I love how this has turned into a. What's your favorite flavored milk? All right. So, I mean, this one's kind of boring, but what is it called? Golden Grams.
Golden Grams.
Yeah.
That's like
the throwback a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's Cinnamon Toast Crunch before Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Right, that's cinnamonless Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golden Grams. I used to love those things.
They're good, right?
Yeah. Wow, I forgot all about them.
You're welcome.
Wow.
All right, Tef, what you got, baby?
The Oreo O's.
Yeah, you know what? You're that's a new one. That's okay. I figured there was gonna be a super chocolatey thing in your list. Okay, fair enough. Never been a fan. I'm also like kind of anti Oreo, except if it's double stuff. Like get that other garbage out of my face.
Oh, you don't like the regular Oreos?
Nah, man. I have diabetes for a reason, dude. Go hard or go home.
I mean, I don't mind the double Oreo stuff, but the regular Oreos, I'll mess up a whole row of them.
Oh, quick. She will too.
I mean, real quick.
She literally has, like a pun intended, a line in the house. She's like, I'm gonna go do a line of Oreos. It's like, all right, well, either you had a good day or a bad day. I don't know which way, but you do your baby.
Remember I saw it. I'm not really a big cake or a Danish person, but
yeah.
Oreo cookies, I will lay into them.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Noted. All right.
Sure.
All right. What's your anchor here? What are you finishing off the draft here?
Last pick. You know, Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks.
I know it's real kiddie.
Really?
It's a kiddie thing.
Okay.
But it's got that apple cinnamon flavors. They've always been good to me.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I mean, look, it's your draft. It's all good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go one that's real weird that you probably never had it. Honestly, Tiff may have,
okay.
But
Don't say grape nuts.
Oh no. Well, I mean it's close though.
Okay.
Blueberry morning.
Never heard.
The looks I'm getting are ridiculous. Listen, blueberry morning is fire.
Tiff is over here shaking her head like you are a lost individual.
Listen, it's kind of like honey bunches of oats, except it has blueberries in it.
Honey bunches of oats are fire.
It has these little blueberries, these little small little almond thin. Oh, Jesus, they're fire.
Blueberry morning.
Blueberry morning. Listen,
check it out.
Try it. Don't give them the wave off. You eat Oreos. Your palate is like five going on 6. So, all right, what do you got?
My last pick is honey bunches of oats.
Honey bunches of oats. So you basically just made fun of my thing, which essentially is blueberry morning without the blueberries. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Honey bunches of oats.
Also, fun story. Don't really like honey bunches of oats.
What?
Super weird. Now look, there's definitely some honorable mentions here.
Yes. Honey bunches of oats. You figure that's like Cheerios with something inside in the middle. It's like Cheerios on crack.
What? Okay. What is it? Honeycomb. Honeycombs were good. Plus, you talk about coked out characters. That dude was on it. We talked about it earlier. Sugar Smacks.
Yeah. Sugar Smacks.
Tiff went to the store today, got this thing for $1. Count Chocula.
Yeah.
But
Frankenberry.
she didn't get Frankenberry or Blueberry because she has no taste in life.
Frosted Flakes on a good day is good.
No, see,
Tiger.
No,
the Tiger.
I have a vendetta.
Like regular cornflakes. Talk about soggy.
Yeah,
those are the worst.
You can't eat that unless you have an AARP card, man. Cornflakes are whack.
Cornflakes you have to eat in less than 5 minutes.
Well, not even that. You have to doctor them up. Like, you got to put sugar.
Well, Frosted Flakes is the
right, exactly.
Doctor.
Right. So that. Got any honorable mentions here?
No,
nothing. It's good radio, seem you think?
Yeah,
super good radio.
So I like my picks.
No, I don't hate them. Like, look, I mean, no, I don't have a problem. I feel like most cereal is like a time contingent thing. You're not going to sit there and let it fester.
No.
But I think the majority of yours, you got to get in and get out. It's like a recon mission. There's no thinking about it. You just gotta have like 2 spoons, double fisting it.
You said as soon as I rip them open and then put the milk on it, that Mission Impossible music come on.
Right.
Dum, 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 dum. I gotta hurry up.
So you know what? Cocoa Puffs aren't bad either.
No. True. And they've kind of layered off the top of them with like the Reese
Yeah.
Like little puff balls.
I love Reese's, but I don't like Reese Puff. Reese, because I think it's because I'm expecting it to be like a Reese cup, and the fat kid in me is like, yeah. But then, like, the realistic part of me is like, they can't actually do that. But then I'm like, but why not? So it's like an internal struggle. So I think it's my.
You like, just eat a Reese cup and drink some milk and shut up.
Ooh. No.
He said no.
I don't know. I don't. All right, we're gonna go to the store after work after this thing. Well, this is work, but yeah, interesting. So you got no honorable mentions here, Mama.
The Special K with the yogurt berries.
Okay, Jesus Christ, we're done with you. I feel like I'm in.
Nobody said shredded mini wheats or anything like that.
You know what? The strawberry mini wheats aren't bad.
Yeah.
I like those.
Or the frosted mini wheats. I like the ones.
Yeah.
With the frost on.
Do you get the mini ones or like the big giant thing that takes?
The big giant.
That's ridiculous.
Man, that's like, I mean,
it's like, how would you like a loaf of bread?
Yeah. Like, I mean, that's like carrying a big bag of luggage and throwing it in a bowl.
Now, it's weird, though. If you do go through the cereal aisle now, it is ridiculous in there.
Yeah.
It's like, here's your donut-flavored, glazed, jelly, donut, apple, cinnamon. Yeah. What?
I mean,
this is no longer a cereal. This is, like...
I remember going into a Giant Eagle or going into a Shop and Save, and there was a small section dedicated to cereal. Now, you probably got a whole aisle. There's both sides.
There's stacked
with cereal. Now.
You go into Coons, man, there's literally the whole side of the aisle is all cereal.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know how there's so many of these things.
Yeah. They've definitely evolved.
And it's crazy expensive, too. Oh, Lucky Charms, too.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Lucky Charms.
I am a child.
Oh, man. Now that I think about Fruit Loops.
No.
No?
Nah.
Yeah. What?
Apparently I have something against, like, the puffy circular ones. Like, I like the normal OG Cheerio ones. But when they get all cereal. when they become big and puffy, I'm like, nah, get that noise out of my face.
Oh man,
that was a good draft. I liked it.
Yeah.
Now I just want cereals. Legit.
I think I'm gonna get me some tomorrow morning.
What do you get? You gonna get Blueberry Morning?
I might try.
You might have to. Look, here's why I have a vested interest in this. If you go do this and buy it, you don't like it, give it to me.
Pass it on.
There you go. Give it to me. So that was a good draft. Yeah, I liked it. So, any parting words there, Mama Bear, before you go to sleep? All right, get away from me. Back in your cage. No, thank you for joining me here, because I know you've been tough to kind of wrangle because you're so busy banging your boyfriend and what have you, so that's good. Yeah. So, all right, well, toodaloo, I will see you in a little bit there, Mama. All right, so now that we've kind of gone over the whole cereal thing, and kind of made me think of, kind of our tastes over the years, how they've kind of grown.
Yeah.
I mean, I've noticed a lot of things that have happened since I've gotten older. I helped you move a little bit last week, and I think I moved slightly in like a 43-degree movement kind of direction.
Yeah.
And tweaked my sciatic. It still hurts.
Sciatic. Whoa.
It's weird because I'm only 37. I'm not like archaic or anything like that, but I just noticed just recovery is a lot more even not even injury wise. You think about drinking, right?
Yeah.
Like,
oh,
my God, I used to go out with Bob all the time. Like, it was like Friday and Saturday. We would take we would drink a bottle of liquor each, and then go to the bar and get pitchers of beer, and come back the next day and be fine. Now, God, I get like I have to make like a business decision on. I have to plan it out. It's like, all right, man, I have to make sure I have nothing to do for the next 2 days.
You almost gotta be on vacation,
right?
Like,
it's so strange.
I remember being in college, and we used to get these cases of beer. Like, it was okay. First of all, it's malt liquor. It's Old English 800. And we would get these like 24 little bottles. And they was these little bottles. And we would bring them back to the room. And we would drink them before we'd go out to one of the pit parties, the pit campus parties. And I could drink those till 4 a.m. and wake up at 9 a.m. the next day and not feel anything and be ready to go. Now,
no.
I'm disabled for the weekend if I do something like that now. It's like you wake up and you might be still hungover until maybe 11 o'clock that night the next night. Like,
yeah.
And it's
I've called them, I've renamed them. Like once past 30, they're no longer hangovers, they're hang-arounds.
Hang-arounds. I remember you said that before.
Yeah. And it's silly, but it's legitimately the truth. Like you don't have that ability to recover.
You can't snap back no more. You can't snap back.
I mean, there's definitely some science there. I don't know what the science is. I probably should have kept Tiff around for that one, but
yeah. I mean, and it can't be because when you're drunk, the main part of the body that's working to pump all of that out of you to restore you to a normal thing is your pancreas, or your liver. I'm sorry, your liver. Your liver's doing all the cleaning out. So it can't be one of those things where you say to yourself, well, the reason why my liver was able to speed me up through a hangover quicker is because I was younger. Take a older guy that never drunk before. His liver's never went through a whole bunch of, could that older guy that, let's suppose he's a 40-year-old virgin, but a 4-year-old virgin to alcohol.
Drinking, right.
And he goes out and he gets smashed. Will he recover because his liver never had to work that hard? Or?
It's funny because I was sitting there thinking, there has to be some reason behind that. Like, your liver is aging just as much as you are, and I would assume over the years it loses functionality and what have you. But
he's never tasted it. He's never exposed his liver to this clean-out process. So
I'm going to have to look that up before next episode, because that's
a good question.
I wonder what that looks like.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then I'm just thinking to myself, like, on the vice versa, is that, are there young people out there that they recuperate from a hangover just as slowly as we do at, a later age? I mean, are there people that alcohol kind of gets to them? Like some of those, some people, they die of alcohol poisoning because, their body just simply can't take it.
Well, they're also taking a 30 rack to the face, so that probably doesn't help. But yeah, I would assume there's probably anomalies and one-offs like that.
Some people out there that if they, they don't drink to this day because they probably tried to drink when they were in college or when they were a young pup, and it just didn't work out for them.
I think we're more in the kind of normal part of it. Like this makes. This is like the natural progression.
Like
if it makes sense.
Like suppose I went to the doctor and said, hey doc, I used to be able to snap back from these hangovers like that, and now I can't. He's gonna slap me with the back of his clipboard and be like, "That's called getting older, dude."
he's legitimately gonna go ahead and pull you up real close to him, and he's gonna look at the chart with you. And it's like, "Hey, what's your let's look at your date of birth here." Yeah, you see that?
Yeah. So that being one thing that you noticed that changed when you got older. Me, that's recuperating internally, even externally. Like, it used to can scrape my arm or get a cut or something like that, and 2 or 3 days, Band-Aid on it, it's gone. Now you get a scrape or a cut, it lasts 2 weeks. You're like, I still got a scab on my arm from falling in the office like 3 weeks ago. Like, for real. Because you just don't heal as fast.
Well, there's probably more science there, too, that I don't know. But, just like random pains, right? Like, just, I think the biggest thing I've noticed is how you think.
Yeah.
like you aren't making rash decisions. You're not doing stupid things like that. But like the older you get, the more you value risk.
True. And I think that it's like you care more for some reason. Like I think the longer you're on this earth, the more you care about living more on this earth.
You know, funny, Tiff brought this up to me because I guess, I don't know, one of the times I was sick, she noticed, or I noticed, I brought it up to her attention, and she just kind of snapped back with the whole, well, this is why. Sounds weird, but I was more emotionally in tune with things.
Yeah.
And she said, well, it's because you're more in tune with your mortality. Like, you're not 21 and invincible. Like,
yeah.
You know, because I felt I was nicer to the kids. I was more kind of cognizant of things. It was just kind of like an unconscious thing, but I for whatever reason, it hit me, and I wanted to mention it to her, and she said, yeah, it's just because you're just older, and, you know, when you're sick.
People that have children, I think it plays even a heavier role on you, because not only do you have to care more, you have to actually care for an individual and nurture and develop this individual. And not saying that, you know, older adults that's never had kids aren't more emotionally invested than they were in their 20s. It's just, I think.
No, but you have more riding on your mortality. Like, you have, you know, people that are depending on you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it made a lot of sense because I never actually sat back and thought about it, but it makes perfect sense because
riding on your mortality. I've never really looked at it like that, but that's a valid, good point.
Yeah, because it's like you think about it, because I mean, yeah, if you're sick and you're 37, it doesn't mean you're going to be in the grave. They're going to start writing your obituary or anything, but
yeah,
it's one of those things where I think just from not an instinctual, but just kind of a primal place, I guess, you're just like, yeah, well, I don't know how this is going to go now. Like, I know life expectancy is much higher than it ever has been, and it keeps going higher and higher.
Yeah.
But it just tripped me out hearing it, thinking that way. And, you know, not even, and to kind of sidebar off that, I find myself, and it sounds kind of silly, but I'm in general more emotional.
More emotion.
Like,
I mean, there's definitely been times where I would see a movie of somebody crying watching a movie, and in my 20s, I'm like, never. You know, they're soft. I would never cry on a movie. And, yeah, buddy.
Listen.
There's been some tearjerker movies as I got older, because I guess you put yourself in their place in... like I said, the more life experiences that you incur while you're on this earth, the more you can see that other person's viewpoint or vantage point. Yeah. And if you put yourself in their shoes, your emotions get invested into that situation. And if it's happening, if you feel like it's almost happening to you, I remember we talked about when you're a kid and you're a teenager. Not even a teenager, even when you're in elementary, if there's a child with a disability or that may, you know, have Down syndrome or some type of mental retardation, cruel children are laughing and making fun of this individual. But when you get to, let's say, even and your mind grows up.
It all depends on the person.
Your mind grows up pretty fast when it comes to that, because even in high school, there has been people that I went to elementary school with that it was people making fun of them and it was funny. But as I got in high school, I knew that was no longer cool. It was like, remember I mentioned the guy with the no legs before in one of the previous podcasts. His name was Kenny. And, you know, even as a young child, I knew that wasn't funny, but I think I had more of an understanding of it when we were in high school with this guy, that you don't make fun of these people. You know what I mean? It's not cool to laugh at them.
Because you realize it's not like a choice they made.
It's something.
It's something that happened, and they're living. They're trying to live their best life, and you're right. Like, you kind of put yourself in their circumstance,
you can sympathize,
and you can't imagine
you can empathize with them because you feel that if you got put into that place or that situation, that is a very difficult.
To make fun of you,
huh?
You would. I mean, that's the no. I mean, I was gonna say, you don't want those people to make fun of you.
Like,
it's that golden rule.
Yeah,
it's wild. Like, I find myself, and it's silly. Like, I don't really watch TV. I'm a sports guy. If I'm watching something, it's gonna be on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
I find my algorithm occasionally going over to, like, the military dad coming home and his kid running up to him. Dude, gets me every time. Yeah. Like, there are just tears flowing.
Yeah.
Because it's a beautiful moment. And I think that's kind of what I've noticed. You appreciate those moments.
Yes.
Now. And I don't know if there's like a distinguishable kind of aspect of it to point out, but other than just, I think you have that emotional maturity.
Why can't you see it at a young age? Like, I don't.
Because our brains aren't developed.
You're selfish.
They just. I don't think our brains are developed at that point to really understand the heaviness of it. Now, obviously, there are those, once again, anomalies and one-offs, but I think that's just the natural progression of people.
I mean, is it you're selfish? Is it you thinking of yourself like it's all about me and that's
no.
it?
Well, I mean,
at that point, like when most of the time when you're 18 to 25, you are just living just for you. You don't have too many responsibilities. There's
kids and young adults are like the worst people, honestly. They're just the worst.
Young and dumb.
The problem is you're selfish, but you're not self-aware enough to know that you're being selfish.
Yes,
which
correct.
Kind of reinforces the fact that you're selfish.
Yeah.
I think some people it's a growing thing, some people it's an epiphany, but I don't know. Just for some, like I'll tell you this, like Tiff was watching the Evaldi thing, the Evaldi special.
Okay.
And they just covered a little bit of it on Good Morning America, and it was about this kid, and obviously she died, but she drew a picture, and the mom got the tattoo of the picture on her, and just at face value, it doesn't seem like that's this emotionally tear-jerking thing.
Yeah, but
when you just sit back and you realize like everything that went on with that, and you just think of, look, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, my kid's dead.
Yeah.
Just think like what, like
how would that tear you apart?
Everyone's
you think to yourself.
I mean, everyone's gone through a breakup.
Yeah.
And you just think about the first day after that breakup. How do you feel? And you're the one broken up with, mind you. You're not the other way around. Because that's two different.
You literally feel like
you're empty.
A bag with dirt in it. You feel like a true dirt bag. So, I mean,
now imagine something that literally has you in them. They're gone. Think about tomorrow. And not to put this in the ether, knock on wood. You wake up tomorrow. Your man's gone.
Mm.
And you couldn't do anything, and you couldn't do anything to protect them.
That teeters that can teeter and border on insanity. It can it can be a drastic event that cause you to lose your sanity.
And this isn't what this topic's about. I don't want to beat that dead horse.
Yeah,
but it's just one of those things.
But it's just different emotions. I mean, just think about. Remember, we were talking about when Andrew McCutcheon, who's recently returned to Pittsburgh.
I cried during that too.
I mean, and when the fans gave him the standing ovation the first time he hit that PNC Park, and he put his hat up, and you could see
he was crying too.
It was in his emotion, yeah, and you could feel, and you can,
legitimately, if you look at me, I legitimately have goosebumps. That had such an
But you wouldn't at 20. You would have been like,
right.
Oh man, let's go sit down. You back, okay?
Right. But yeah, and I think I even discussed this whenever we were talking about the top sports moments, and I explained
you
it like
did use
this.
You say this example
Because it was something that when he was here, that's when we were successful, and I've waited my whole life to see that.
Yeah.
And then seeing that prodigal son come home.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man, you can't write that. Are you kidding me? Good night.
But yeah, a tearjerker.
Yeah.
And like I said, I thought I would never, cry on a movie, but there's been some movies that's done definitely pushed the buttons, and
I'm telling you, man,
I
you need to
tell
try.
myself to get it together. Get it together. What is you crying?
Listen, go watch a military dad coming home to his kid that he hasn't seen in 2 years. Yeah, come back and tell me you didn't. That wasn't struggle bus there for you, but. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just, I think, emotional. And it's funny because I thought about this topic, but I didn't really, delve into it.
Yeah.
It's kind of why I like doing it this way. I'll write down topics I want to talk about, and we'll write down topics we want to talk about, yada, yada. But I don't really verbalize them until we actually get here. So it can be an organic kind of, hey, this is really what I'm truly feeling.
But, the topics that you cover pretty much, they're all, excellent as far as, as far as what we... Just this segment, just the whole things you noticed when you got older. We talked about it from a medical standpoint, internally, with the hangover. We talked about it externally, the cuts and scrapes. Right. And then we talked about it emotionally, mentally older. We can even take it one step further. Just taste buds. Think about it.
Yeah. They changed.
McDonald's probably was super bomb when you was a kid, cheeseburgers and fries and oh man, it's just now McDonald's is almost like a cheap way out for me now.
Oh no, that's exactly what it is. It's like I look at her like Tiff, did we take anything out for dinner? No. God, Jesus, damn it! All right, let's fine.
Let's go run to McDonald's.
Yeah, let's go do this so we can be mad at ourselves and race.
Your taste buds was so easily satisfied when you were younger.
I still have basically a child's taste buds thing, but that's my cross to bear.
And then the flip side of that is things that were nasty when you were a kid are excellent. Like I remember my mom used to always have the pickled red beets in the refrigerator.
Okay.
I would never touch those things in a million years. I hated them. Like beets with eggs and all. Now, you give me a salad and you throw some beets on it. Oh my stars, I'm in heaven. Love it.
A salad in its own right. Think about back in the day. You're like, what? Now I'm like, there were days where I'm like, ooh, girl, you know what I want? Let's go get the salad. Let's go. And it's the weirdest thing. It's like I'm talking about going to get a porterhouse. I'm like, look, let me get it. Get the garlic croutons. Yes, let's go.
And you hated, broccoli and spinach. And, now it's like, man,
listen,
you ever get that spinach from what's it called? Boston Market, the creamy spinach.
Oh.
You don't like it?
I'm not a spinach fella.
Oh,
but legitimately,
we almost hated spinach growing up.
We almost did a vegetable draft, so but I didn't do it because I'm like, I don't know, man.
Spinach was so undesirable as a kid. They created a cartoon to force us to eat it with Popeye. Like they made you think that he would eat this spinach and you're strong. So it's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just one of those kind of I don't know if it has anything to do with me being on the birthday or what have you, but I don't know. Just made me kind of think like, what have I noticed since I've gotten older? Like, what has changed mentally, physically? Yeah, it's
one question. You know how we sat there and said the 18 to 25. You said they're selfish people, and they're you hate them.
They're the worst.
What do you think they're saying about us at this age? Like their generation,
they
18 to 25.
What
are they saying about the 35, the 45, the 50s? What are they saying about us?
I don't care. They're idiots. So it doesn't matter to me. No, I don't know. I think it's one of those things where every generation looks at the other generation like, what is wrong with you? It's like, shut up and wait, dude. You'll be here in like 15 years and you realize, like, dude, my back hurts. Why? Because you woke up and you existed today. That's why your back hurts.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure I tore something in my rotator cuff. You know why? Because I woke up one day and it just now occasionally my arm will go numb. I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah.
Like
or the weather affects your bones.
Oh yeah, my knees.
That never happened when you were younger.
No, I'll tell you when it's gonna rain. Just give me. I'll let you know how bad my knee is. I'll let you know right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. No, not for nothing. I mean, getting older is kind of fun too because you get to have that self-awareness where you can actually have this type of conversation.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, man, it's
and like
it's
you said,
wild.
There's anomalies. There's people that get older, but they never grow up. So
yeah, right.
They never see it.
I don't know those people because I literally will not associate with those people. I can't.
Yeah.
So, I guess one other last little topic here to kind of put a nail in the cast here. Now that you moved out, and I know you're still accumulating things and what have you, it doesn't actually have to be a physical thing, but what is something that you own that you value the most? Or it doesn't even have to be owned, something, well, I guess owned. I don't know.
The thing that I probably value most at this point in my life, is not anything materialistic. It is something that was gifted or given to me that I feel from the Lord is my intelligence factor. I mean, just the ability to be able to have or carry on a conversation and to be able to fully understand topics and concepts because you go through life and you see people that don't have this ability or that either some type of freak accident that caused them to lose or someone that has maybe a stroke or, right. Someone, because that happened to my mother, her last years. My mom was an extremely intelligent individual that, she was a nurse, but, she had a severe stroke that caused her to lose some of her speech, and she only could say a few words and write things down, and to not be able to function the way you could function with, from a brain standpoint of, being healthy as far as, cognizant, so to speak. That's a difficult. I'm glad at this age I still have the capability, to be able to interpret information and be able to, share and give out information. I mean, that's something that is priceless. There's no value to that, until you see. It's like one of those things that you don't appreciate until you see either people that don't have it or
right.
that has lost some of it or something of that nature.
Interesting.
Yep.
Huh. It's. I always thought you were an idiot. Huh. No, it's funny because
I'm an idiot that can tell that you're calling me an idiot. Can you imagine you calling me an idiot and I don't even know? Like, I mean, that's challenging.
Okay. No, it's funny because you say that, and it, I know we tried to get off the subject, but it almost makes you think, what would you say when you were 20? What would you say at 20? What would you say at 30? Would it be my big ass TV, man?
Yeah, it would be. It would definitely be something materialistic.
That's funny.
Like, I got my own car. That's my car. That's my baby.
Because with me, I was gonna sit there and think like, my pug, my animal, but I'm also like, no, I think really what it is. I mean, it sounds corny and almost kind of phoned in, but me and Tiff have such a cool relationship.
You do.
That's what I value. Like the fact that I have a down-to-ride lady that is stupidly successful.
Don't grow on trees.
No, right. Like stupidly successful, smart. I don't know. She doesn't look like a foot. That's always helpful. No, she's a pretty lady. But just you're able to conversate and make stupid little inside jokes, but then also have an insanely intelligent thing. I wouldn't trade that. Like that's probably my most valued thing.
That is a valuable asset.
Because I call it a thing, but I don't know what do you call that? It's an all-encompassing kind of. Just it's like an aura almost. Like just like the energy we kind of give off to each other. It just works.
Most people that are in healthy relationships or healthy marriages, they do have a relationship where, they get along very well, and they're able to be the other half of the other person, and they mesh together, and that doesn't come along, and that doesn't grow on trees, man.
But you've also seen us, and we kind of take that a step further.
Yeah, that's what I said. Very unique.
Like I can't explain what we have and how we operate and how we get away with the things we do, but it's just fun. Like, what did I say earlier? Like, get away from me, go back in your cage. Like, there are a lot of ladies out here that would give you the look.
You would never. I mean, you would be packing your bags
right
within 10 minutes after that comment.
And that's what I love about it, because we can just like and I can't say the things that we say to each other on the cast. On this one at least.
X's and O's.
Right.
Maybe tune into a VDE to see if it got cut loose.
Right. But that's what I value, man. Because you can't, like you said the word, it's priceless. You can't actually. You got your partner, man. That's really what's important. I don't know.
Well, I ain't gonna say honorable mention, but one thing that I was getting ready to say that was the freedom thing. I mean, you can't put a price on your freedom. Like, for those that have been incarcerated, if somehow this podcast finds you and you are incarcerated, you know that there
subscribe to the Patreon.
There's no price on freedom. For somebody to sit there and tell you when to get up,
right,
when to eat, when the lights go out, when can you go to the gym or go to the playground or whatever to play basketball. I mean, that is a ridiculously challenging type of thing that someone's telling you where to go and where to get off. Like, I mean, to have the freedom to do what you want to do when you want to do it, there is no price tag on that one.
That's beautiful. Yeah, Well, that's a deep way to end the podcast. Which I don't mind it. Like I said,
Feel free to subscribe to Patreon.
Yeah, so you can pay for our Prozac. Not a sponsor. No, I dig it, man. This is why. If you tuned into the last BD, once again, I apologize that I didn't know how to actually use a microphone, so I apologize for nothing. But we have adopted a new format where we streamline a particular topic. The next BDE is going to be on Wednesday, as it always is. It'll get uploaded on Wednesday night, probably Thursday morning for most folks. But we're going to be covering double standards. So that's going from
on every level,
like race, sex, gender.
Yep.
The wife is definitely popping into that because the wife is biracial, and she, from last time I checked, she is definitely a lady. Sale pending on that, though. I got to turn her over like a cat. But she definitely wants to be a part of that because she's a whole box of intelligent.
I'm pretty sure she experienced a lot of
and look,
double standards.
Not for nothing here, and for those that know, cool. For those that don't know, cool. Jermaine's a black dude. I'm a white dude. Tiff is, like I said, she's half black, half white.
So you're gonna get 3 perspectives.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna have too much of. I mean, you're gonna. I will pretty. I said this to somebody earlier, like, straight white male. What am I really gonna have to really complain about? What's my double standard? I don't really have much. I unfortunately My double standard is
I don't standard to be that's kind of being compared to, but that's only in racially. But you're going to have standards as far as male and female, and
no, I get that. I'm just saying, like the heavier parts of it. Yeah, I less is more with that. Shut up and listen. That's because that's another big reason why Tiff is because I'm not just going to have you sit here and just talk. Like that seems silly. Like I think it'd be cool to have her in here to have, I learn so much from her on a regular basis because, I don't know. Like I'm not that person that just says.
But at the same time, you may be a white male, but you haven't been given a silver spoon. You haven't lived a royal life. You're not Prince Charles over here. No,
don't throw titles out here. I'll be whoever I want to be.
I'm just saying you didn't have a perfect little life just because you're a white male.
No, I get that, but it's just one of those things where I feel like by comparing my whatever not bias, but whatever the double standard. I don't know. I feel like my double standard is much more lacking than what.
Well, you feel like during this conversation, you're going to have less to say and more to listen. I understand what you're saying.
That's what
I'm not saying. I'm saying that you're not going to just totally not have any input because.
No, you're not going to silence me on my podcast. What's wrong with you? On your mind.
I was just saying, there's standards of where women get treated way better than male or black or white or Chinese or Mexican. Right. Women get a prep. Look, give you a nugget when you try to get into the club.
Look,
who's getting in first? Those group of women.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just letting our audience know that they're not going to hear my majestic voice as much as they usually do.
Majestic voice.
Okay? So, excuse me for being, No, I just. It's not going to be an uncomfortable thing.
Yeah.
It's just one of those, if you don't hear me talking as much, that's why.
Yeah.
Because sometimes less is more. So anyway, that's going to be on Wednesday. And I'm pretty sure Jermaine just broke his elbow. Because he hit it on the table.
On the table. And that's going to hurt all week.
All week. Like that. He absolutely, like, if this was, he would definitely be, at this point, you'd be questionable at this point. We gotta wait till
I'm
Fridays.
Not probable. Yeah,
right. We gotta wait till Fridays. Kind of.
If I was in my 20s, I wouldn't even feel it tomorrow. Right, but I'm gonna feel it all week.
Right. But yeah. So that's kind of what we're looking to do here. So, just the normal kind of spiel. The social links, the Twitter, the Facebook, the Instagram. Patreon, all that is in the description. The YouTube too. Seriously, we're getting a lot of different views on YouTube, which is great.
Yes.
Which the more views we get on that, the more apt we are to actually do video because it's going to be worth the investment financially to do all that stuff. So, if even if you're not like actually speaking on it, by you viewing it on YouTube and sharing it on YouTube and subbing on, that gives us more like. All right, man. People really want to do that, and look, that's exciting. That's a cool thing to do. Neither one of us are shy to do that. We just aren't going to spend the money if it's not going to be worthwhile. So
be beneficial.
Yeah. If this dude hits this table one more time, like he is going to actually have to go to the hospital.
Okay. That was just my shoe this time.
Do you ever notice whenever you hit your shoe on something, you say "ow" even though it doesn't hurt? The dumbest thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I don't know. That's a weird age thing. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So just take a look at the stuff. Keep commenting. Got something to add here?
Not really. I think we covered. This was Shotgun, so we covered a wide range of topics.
It was a good show. I feel.
Yeah. Spit it all over the place. So.
And people could actually hear me, which is super cool.
I can't believe it.
I know. 37 just learned how to do the thing with the thing. It's good stuff. All right, let's get our token little signature here.
All right.
Hello.
Hey.
You should say goodbye. Actually, hello doesn't really make sense.
Yeah. Goodbye. This is Jermaine.
This is the guy that's pressing the dials. His name is Rich.
And you just enjoyed the X's and O's of life.
They might have. We'll see how many people watch it.